Okay, we're back. I finally figured out how to... for whatever reason, the chat didn't pop up in the, on the side of my YouTube thing, so I've got it back now. Oh, there we go. It's done it automatically now. I gotta go shut my door. Hang on. Alright, hello! Hi. I'm sure you're all wondering where I've been and stuff. And I've got to turn the sound off here. There we go. Oh, I've got to move my flash thing because I can't see none. Whoa, I can't even read the chat. There's so many people commenting. So I'm sorry if I won't notice everything you're saying. Also, can people say if the sound is okay? Do I sound all right? I know it's a bit echoey in here, but is the sound okay? Okay, good. People are saying it's fine. Okay, cool. So this is the new video that I'm working on, and it's currently taking a long time to make because my original plan was to, I've gone freelance again, so I quit my job. The problem with that is that I got hired again, and it was kind of too good of an offer for me to refuse. So somebody commented like, "Oh, I forgot that you even existed. Like, you never upload." So I just wanted to show you why these take so long. So I rough out my videos, and then there are sections in this that I've sort of decided they need to be cut. So, and there are elements in this that I don't... So yeah, I'm working on the next video if anybody's late to the thing. Oh, I need to post this on Twitter actually. Hang on a second. There we go. Whoops-a-doodly. I'm sorry, like the chat is going really fast, but yeah, so so there are elements of this video that are gonna be, they've got some fun animation in them. Not the best that I can do by any means, but it's a bit. But then I realized if I did the whole video like this, it won't come out for a long time, and I wanted to try and get it out by the end of January. So, boo-boo-boo-boo. I guess me, doing a thing. Oh, people can hear the Skyrim music. That's nice. It is Skyrim. It's what I have, like certain soundtracks that I listen to as I work. So, whilst I may not have a chance to animate everything in the shots, I'm going to do my best to make everything look as good as I can. There are fun elements of this story, but it's also sad in places, and I hope it will help anybody that is struggling, or maybe struggled finding friends growing up. I know this looks kind of... So you're all having a sneak peek into... Yeah, I'm using Adobe Animate CC, formerly called Flash, so I call it Flash all the time. So if you ever hear me call it Flash, it's because it was. I'm leaving the backgrounds until last. Oh, here's my epic 90s shot. Back in the 90s, all I cared about was Neopets and Pokemon. That is true. So we got some more footage of me not fitting in with gender stereotypes, which is nice because not all people do. And some Pokemon battles. So there are 8 parts to this, so there's a lot to get through. You know, there's a lot of clips here that I've got to illustrate. And I'm just gonna just work, and I'll check the chat where I can. And oh, this is my asset sheet as well. So I've been slowly trying to work out quicker ways of working, and that's to sometimes reuse assets when I don't have time to draw them. So so that's what I'm doing, or trying to do. Where's 2B? Okay, there we go. So this shot I'm talking about, I should turn the volume on for this actually. Although the apologies if my mic picks it up. So I'm just talking about here that I played some football in school and lost a tooth. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys are asking for drawing tutorials and stuff. I've started a new separate art account called AmyRightMeow, and if you are looking for tutorials and stuff like that, they're all going to be on that channel. I mean, at the moment, it's just sort of little drawing videos to just fill it up at the moment, but that's a way for me, because I would love to do YouTube more full time, because it means I can control my own creative stuff. But compared to industry work, it doesn't pay anywhere near as well. So I have to supplement it with taking on jobs, which means I can't do the YouTube stuff that often. So if you wanted to, if you support my separate channel, that means I can get videos out every week, and they're more friendly towards the algorithm, and that means, who do I work for? Lots of people. I've worked for Burberry, I've worked for Ford and Heineken, I've done jobs for them, I've worked all over the industry. I recently did some gifts for car company Acura, that was fun, through my old company. So, yeah, I do a bit of everything. Right, I need to go into this asset. Let's turn this off. So you can see like where I try and like follow the roughs vaguely. Vaguely. And I'm gonna draw some details on this. So Flash has updated its stuff recently, so it enables you just to use this like brush tool. What's my opinion on the LGBTQ community? Love is love is love is love. Like whoever you want to like. Meow meow meow. I've lost. I've got like certain where's the brush tool thing gone? Hang on, sorry guys. I'm trying to think. Why isn't this working? I need to load my brushes, but it's not accessing my brush library. Oh, hi. Oh, Rush is here. Hey, Rush. Nice to see you. Rush inspired me to do some live streaming because I joined in with his live stream the other day. I don't understand why this isn't working. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to fiddle around with these settings. And for whatever reason, going into my brush properties won't work. Why, hi. Window, where are properties? Properties. I need to load my brushes basically, but I don't understand why this button isn't working. Print brush options, draws a fill. Okay, I guess we ain't doing that then. Why is somebody wishing me a happy birthday? It's not my birthday. This is interesting. Oh man. This is what I used to draw though. Flash's tools aren't always great to draw with, I will be honest. Yeah, I might need to reboot. I don't understand why it's not loading my tools. Can't understand why I don't have so many subs. It's because I don't upload anything. It's because I wish I had time, because I know the channel would grow if I put out content, but it's just, it's really difficult right now. Oh, it's down in this corner. There we go. It was tucked away, guys. What is it like? I like to use the rounded charcoal brush. Let's stick that over there so we don't lose it again. Properties, I'm gonna stick this over this side. So I'm just gonna start building some stuff. It's not my birthday. Why do people think it's my birthday? 3 months without a video. Yeah, sorry, it's Am I going to VidCon London? I am, though I haven't bought my ticket yet, so I need to do that ASAP. So in this bit, I'm gonna have to look at that object. I really like animating eyes. Like I do this weird over animation thing. I'll show you in a sec when I do it, but it'd be better if I didn't animate this section because it's not that necessary, but I'll probably do it anyway. Because I am a perfectionist, but none of my stuff is perfect, and that drives me insane. Ugh. Okay, is this a meme of people wishing me happy birthday? Like I'm confused. Oh, Butter King's here. We were talking about he also made a video on his experience with bullying, which I'd recommend checking out if you've also had a hard time in school like I did. This one isn't as bad. Like my school experience got really bad. This is just the tip of the iceberg. My school experience was awful in high school, but we call it secondary school. Oops, I moved the wrong layer. Whoops. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna take this layer, duplicate it. Oop, I didn't select it. Control D. I'm currently cross-eyed, but we can change that in a second. Hello from Alaska. That's cool. How can we solve bullying? People need to be held accountable, and because when I was in school, if you were getting bullied, they would just take the kids and just say, shake hands and be friends. Andreas. Uni was okay. At least we got to watch stuff on plasma screens. That was nice. Or projectors. Andreas knows what I'm talking about with when I talk about a crazy ex-boyfriend. Oh, thank you for the support, guys. I really appreciate you sticking around, and I know my videos are infrequent, but I like to put out videos that I know are heartfelt and that I care about, even though like I have problems with myself with thinking things aren't good enough and that I could do better. Like I've had that my entire life. So for me, putting out a video is it's really difficult for me, to be honest, because every time I look at it, I have to fight with myself and be like, and stop myself from thinking it's bad and that I could do better. So I try not to get too bogged down in that. I'm just like, well, if you don't release it, then it will never come out, and like I need to drop my standards a bit. So this is why the videos take so long. I mean, I'm taking a little bit longer than usual because I'm looking at the chat and stuff, but you can see how much detail I try and put into this. Oh, I realized I'm tracing that, but actually it's probably not going to fit the actual head. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh dear. What is wrong? Oh dear. Let's sort you out. Let's get rid of that. I think I'm gonna have to edit this head to be... I don't think we can work with this. Let me go into this layer. Let's edit this nose a bit because it is a bit chonk. What a chonker. That is set to, let's paint that normal. And we'll just take that line in a bit. Oh, I'm so glad I can inspire you guys. I definitely want to do videos in future with sort of tips and tricks I've learned over the years, especially with working in industry, because I guess it's interesting that I do have the experience of working with, you know, companies and knowing and getting in the industry. I did a degree in animation and you know, I do it as a professional, and then this is the extra stuff I do on the side. So this is like a fraction of what I can actually do in industry. And I wish I could show you some of the stuff I've done recently, but I'm not allowed to because of NDAs. Okay, let's bring the eyes back in. Let's move these bad boys about. That'll do. Let's duplicate that as well. It's nice to have some company while I work, although, you know, maybe I could set up a Discord in future and work with some other animators, because it would be nice to have other people chatting so it isn't awkward, because I'm aware that there might be patches of silence, and I'm sorry. Also, I would have put up, next time I do this, I'll put a webcam on so you can see my ridiculous facial expressions I make whilst I draw, but I just yeah, I just look gross tonight, which is fine, but I mean, you don't want to see that, so okay, let's lock that, close off this layer. Whoops, I want to be drawing on that layer, not that one. I'll just bring this around here. I do watch Steven Universe, although I'm only up to what's available on the UK Netflix, which is only like, I don't know, 40 episodes, but it's really good. I like the values it brings forward. Watching you work is relaxing. I'm glad you think so. I mean, it would be nice to have the camera on so you could see what I'm like looking at, but it's okay, we'll do that next time. I'm just troubleshooting. I'm sorry the stream was dodgy earlier. It's just inevitably when you start these things, it you get problems. Like I do want to maybe do some stuff on Twitch in future as well, but I just thought this has got the most audience right now, and you know, you can all join in and see what I'm doing. So art tips, please. Go out and draw from life. It is very important. I think the best life drawing is really good. Depends on what you would want to achieve in drawing, because definitely out of my entire animation course, life drawing was the most important thing. But I would say I learned more from working in industry than I did from actual university, because we didn't actually learn that much, I'll be honest. Can I draw hands? I can draw hands, but there's no hands in the shot, so. Oh, my phone's going crazy. My housemate might be watching me. Let's find out. He's laughing at me. Probably. Okay, I'm just gonna label that as eyes. That is head. I think I'm still in the head layer. Yeah, okay, so So actually what I need to do is pinpoint that moment. Oh, I pressed F6 that. And I'm gonna edit this. So, am I drawing with a mouse? No, of course I'm not. I'm not a peasant. Although I did used to draw with a mouse back in the day. So back in the day when I played Neopets and they had an art gallery and people were making these incredible pieces of art, I didn't know drawing tablets existed back in the early 2000s. So I just thought people were drawing with a mouse and I was thinking, wow, I'm never going to get that good. But it turns out drawing tablets existed. I just didn't have one. Oh yes, Cymru forever. Sorry, my kid me is going to stare into your souls for a few seconds. That is a little bit terrifying. Let's lock that. Just gonna move it up a little bit. It's a little bit better, but not much. Okay, so now you're gonna see some sick animation. This is a really simple trick of doing a kind of smear frame to get some movement. So I'm just gonna make some keyframes before. Probably here, here, and here. And here, question mark. So I'm gonna go from looking from here to here. So first off, I'm going to move my irises back a bit in anticipation. So we're going to go back first. So I move backwards and then these are going to go forwards a bit. And then the next frame, I'm going to get rid of the irises completely. And we're going to do, let me just turn my onion skinning on. And we're going to do a smear. I'm going to look like a weird goat creature, so prepare yourselves. And because it's moving at such speed, it's gonna, the mass is gonna shift lengthways. Whoa, I look like a creepy frog right now, but that's fine. We can deal with this. Again, guys, I'm sorry I can't read the chat very much. I'm just like trying to explain stuff as I go along. It's quite difficult when I need to look at my screen. So that goes there. Actually, I'm going to put like mini speed lines just to indicate like the direction. I know this is terrifying, but don't worry. You'll see in a sec why this works. And then get rid of those. Let's put onion skins back on. We're just going to go a bit above the last one. Whoops, not quite that. I'm going to turn my stereo music up a little bit. Why aren't you charging? Huh, my iPad's decided it doesn't want to charge. Sorry, guys. Let's see if I can put it on my phone instead. I know I keep doing the Brooklyn Nine-Nine thing. Spotify. I don't even know if I'm allowed to play music in my stream. Hang on a sec. Hang on a second. I've got this playlist called Wilderness Walks, and it's great. It's all Skyrim music. Let's see if that makes any difference. My phone retains better battery than my iPad. Who would have thunk it? Apple, get your chisel together. That's a little bit loud. Right, okay, to continue with animation. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. It's okay, we're just having a nice animation chill out. So that's gonna go this way. And now we've actually got to the, and I'm just gonna do an extra frame. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Just extend this frame outwards. And then make that a new frame. And I'm just gonna, so you can see the in-between between these two. So I'm gonna just go slip in between there. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, I wonder if I accidentally deleted... Oh, I might have deleted the actual eye on that frame. Oh, I did. Whoops. Hang on, if I take... Yeah. So that's something to be wary of as well. Don't delete your frames, you dingus. So that's that. Right. What I'll just do, I'll just remove a slither of this manually. Manual style. Manuel. I'm weird. Help. I can't see what I'm selecting. Why are you being a poop? Let's just try that. Let's shave off a layer. Casually shaving off my eye. That'll do. Right, let's play that back. See? Nice swift animation. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that mini tutorial. And now I can end the stream. Bye, guys. I'm good at it because I did a degree in it and I do it as a full-time job, guys. It's not talent, it's hard-earned and very... There's a lot of money that I've poured into it. That's the thing, I don't think anybody is really inherently talented. I think everything you do is pretty much through hard work. You just have to have the right resources for it. But anyway, okay, so if I back out of this video clip, so I'm gonna look at the football. Oh, excuse me. We have a swig of tea, because I'm British. Joke. Tea is amazing. I don't support any football teams in general, by the way. It's just, I just played football on the playground as a kid. Enjoyed playing it, didn't like watching it that much. But this is basically talking about me on the playground, just being involved more with the guys, because it was more fun than playing with dolls, because that was really boring. I have, tea-wise, I have Earl Grey decaf, because it's late at night here, with soy milk. It's very good. I think Earl Grey is probably my favourite. Although Yorkshire tea is pretty good too. What did I study in college? Are you talking about British college or American college? Because we go through college from age like 15, 16 to 17, 18. And then we go to university, or if you want to. But I did animation at university. So I studied in London at a university called Ravensbourne. And it's in North Greenwich. It was a cool uni. The course was okay, but it was mostly 3D stuff that I studied. So I actually specialized, well, we did 3D stuff. So we were working in Maya and animating in 3D and rendering and trying out Nuke and stuff like that. So it was only in the last year that last year of uni that I turned around and said, hey, I don't really want to do the 3D stuff. I'm gonna do 2D. So sorry, my flash is saving. There we go. Right. Right. I need to actually crack on with this. So eyes had. I should have done the eyes built into the head layer, but I forgot, so whoops. I could go the quick way and just literally use the ellipse tool to, yeah, let's do that actually. Because at least I can do it with the texture. Let's put a white fill. White fill, please. It is Skyrim music, isn't it wonderful? I'm gonna set that to 8? Question mark? Yeah, we're good. It's a good number. Number 8. Oh, to Morgan. Good luck with college. I'll enjoy what I can of this, even though I've literally worked all day on other stuff, on other art stuff for the company. Whew. Nice voice. Thanks. Should I keep talking like this? Will that be good? Okay, I'll stop that now. Night, Morgan. What's my worst experience in school? Basically my, I want to do a video on this because basically my, let me just label this, hang on. Football. My years as a teenager and early teens was basically like Mean Girls. Like I decided to go plastic just because I wanted to fit in with the popular girls. I was just like looking at the popular girls thinking, what are they doing to get popular? They're all covered in makeup and they've got like dyed hair. Let me do that. So I did, and let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. Let's break this apart. Break. Shush, Skyrim, you are loud. Oh yeah. You can't sit with us. It was basically that, and when I started my sixth form stuff, so when we went to do A levels, I ended up. Oh, why is this white? Didn't mean to do that. There we go. I ended up eating my food in the library because, I hate it when Flash does this. You know what? We're just not going to draw up to the edge because it's being a poop. I'm very aware that this is not really how you draw footballs, but I don't have the time to worry about that because, guys, you want this videos to come out. But yeah, so it was kind of like Mean Girls in that I dyed my hair bleach blonde because I got bullied for having ginger hair. I stopped eating, which spiraled into an eating disorder, which still affected me up until I was like 24 and still comes back sometimes. So great going. But it got me popular and suddenly the guys started paying attention to me, and that just, you know, made it worse because I was like, oh, well, this, you know, being pretty and popular works. But then they weren't actually my friends. They just, and then all the girls were really mean towards me because they got jealous because I was going out with this guy that they all liked. And it was not a great time. And then I moved schools because the one friend I did have, and I put friends in quotation points because she wasn't really a friend. She turned on me and was making up horrible rumors about me. And I just thought, well, I've got nothing to lose now. I'm going to move schools. And it's weird because I made that decision myself. It wasn't like anybody forced me to move schools. But you know, that's a big thing to independently choose to do as a 13, 14-year-old. It was hard. And then I was just so emotionally exhausted that in the new school I went to, I just didn't bother to make any friends, and nobody really cared about me either. Like, I tried, but nobody cared. There wasn't anybody that interesting. And then I got bullied at one point where these girls would follow me and I would do like art. Like, I would spend my last year in school, I spent every single lunch break in the art room because I had nowhere else to go and nobody wanted me to hang out with them really. And And then these girls came over and like threatened to punch in my sculpture and stuff, and the teachers just watched, so that was great. But then when I got to my college, like I said, college is not college like American college, it's like sixth form. Wow, this football looks bad. I'm gonna actually delete all that. Let's just colour it in white. It looks very bad. But yeah, when I turned 16 and I moved up to like a different division, basically, it was being mixed with loads of different kids. I actually made my first friends ever, and we're still friends to this day. And actually, this is a big part of like, I've only recently dyed my hair again. Like, I never used to, like, I used to go semi-permanent colours, and I mean, pink is semi-permanent, very semi-permanent. It washes out every single time I shower. But actually dyeing blonde into my hair, I kind of associated with this traumatic experience in school. So I just hadn't, even though in uni I wanted to go a bit crazy with my hair, I didn't, because I was so scared of like that weird like association with what I went through in with dyeing my hair bleach blonde in the when I was 14, that I just I just avoided it completely. This is a better football. It looks a bit better. But yeah, so I finally actually did something fun with my hair that I've always wanted to do. And it's nice because I've been feeling like so much more confident about myself recently. And like, even as a teenager, I wanted to get some piercings done and didn't, because I was so afraid of what people would think of me. And over the last sort of year, I've finally gotten the piercings that I've wanted, and I've got a little nose stud now that I want a ring, and I've had some extra cartilage piercings done, and I'm really, really happy with it. Like, I don't care what people think. So yeah, I've had a pretty traumatic upbringing with the whole, like, I'm gonna keep teasing it in a way, but it's not because I'm holding anything back about my mum issues. It's just, I want to make that video, but I want to do it in a way that, like, it's obviously gonna be have elements of bias in it because it's coming from my perspective, but it's like my dad was there throughout it all, and my stepmom as well. She heard what happened, you know, she knew what was going on and how much my mum screamed at me and was abusive and stuff, and you know, she only had me as a fashion statement. She didn't actually love me and stuff. So that's a big video that I want to make, and I'm hoping it will change the bias towards mums in general, because there are just bad people in the world, and being a mum doesn't make you a good person. There are some awful parents out there, and I don't think parents should get this free reign of being able to treat their children the way, that kind of way, and not be held accountable for it. So I want to stick up for the people that have had bad parents, and especially bad mums, because that's something that's not talked about very much in the industry, in media. It's always like, oh, daddy problems and stuff, but like when you have a bad mum, it's like, oh, that doesn't happen, because mums have unconditional love because they gave birth to you. It's like, well, not in my case. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna do some new animation here. So I'm gonna group this so that it's now a object, and I'm just gonna make this pop in as I look at it. So I'm just gonna get rid of the frames from the start here. It appears. Gonna make actually I need to remove some of these. Remove frames. I'm gonna make a keyframe here and make a classic tween, and then you can't see it, it's off screen when we drag it back in. This is difficult with the grab it. There we go. Okay, we're good. So one of the top tips for using Flash is don't just use the classic ease as is. It's awful. Like if you see this now, like I'm basically gonna make this bounce in. So like this is going to have a steady ease, and it's just going to look really bad. That is bad animation. That's not animation, it's lazy. But you can finish that by adding in custom easers, so they have ease in and out here. And Flash didn't used to have these options, so it saves you a lot of time. I'm going to put about an elastic on this, but I'm just going to have it ease out like this. So it should bounce. Oh, I didn't select it. Ease out, elastic, done. Right, let's have a look at that. So it should pop in. There we go, see? Save in time. That needs to come forward a little bit though. Actually, it needs to come forward a bit more. There we go, that's okay. See, it just overshoots a little bit. It just adds that extra bit of appeal to it. So, top tips from Amy. Am I going to save the stream? I don't, if it's going to be on my main channel, then probably not, because it'll just look messy. But I think it's going to be available for 4 hours if you wanted to download it or something. Okay, so let me go back out. Oh wait, so you can't hear the audio of what I'm saying in the video, but so I say I played my fair share of football, and then I roll my eyes and say soccer, kind of ironically, because it's just like, I'm assuming if you're American, you know that when we say football we mean this football, but you call it soccer, so I'm just gonna, so it's at this point. So I'm just gonna roll my eyes a little bit. You can see why my video, like, again, like, you can understand why. I need to unlock that layer. Also, like, my face is so red right now. I don't know whether it's because, like, obviously you can't see this, but I don't know whether I'm anxious or, like, talking too quickly, but my face is very warm right now. So I'm gonna bring my little eyelids up. I'm gonna take out, but yeah, you can see like why my videos take so long. I really try and put a lot of effort into them, and even though, like I said, it's not much compared to what I do. You know, if you gave me a day to do a proper, you know, one frame, a painting or concept art, it looks very detailed, and you know, I can put a lot of extra stuff in it, but when it's just like, I've just got to cut corners with a lot of things with the YouTube stuff, which makes me sad, but also it still looks good, you know, I think. Normally I'd be saying how it's football, not soccer. Oh, people do call it football. Well, it's just like you kick it around with your foot, like more so than American football, right? Because you carry it in your hands. So it makes sense. You're gonna do a step-by-step tour for aspiring animators? I don't know, because there's everything you could ever need to know about animation is on the internet already. I could do some. It's difficult because I only really learned stuff when I was forced into industry and I had to do loads of other stuff. Otherwise, like, you just need to have the discipline to look up how to do things, basically. Actually, Draw with Jazza has loads of, especially if you have Flash or CC Animate, he has a lot of tutorials ready to go. And I mean, I still watch tutorials, especially for building puppets on Flash, because that's not something I'm particularly used to. Isn't that working? There we go. Okay. Actually, I need to bring these eyebrows down a little bit, just to push the expression. There we go, that's better. Let me turn on my onion skin so I know where my mouth was. Actually, we'll use... Oh, that's too thick. That pen, it be thick with a double C. There we go, that's better. Do I want to have a more sly kind of imprint? Yeah, that's better. There we go. Doop-a-doop-boop-boop-a-doop. So now that I've animated this bit, I probably have to do these bits too. Sad times. Made work for myself. But I'll just do like 3 frames instead of like the previous ones. Did I do any sports? I used to hate sports in school because we were just forced to do it. But I used to do jiu-jitsu outside and I was really good. I got Student of the Year twice in a row. And then they moved me up to the adult class because I was beating up all the kids in the... I say beating up, but I was just beating all the kids that were in the kids class. So they put me in the adult class, and then the adults had no mercy, and I came back with bruises every day. And yeah. See you, Ronan. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate the support. Have a good evening, and stay in school, question mark? What app are you using? It's not an app, it's software. God. It's the Adobe suite. So you can see down at the bottom here, this is Animate. There's Audition, which I used for my audio editing stuff, Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects. Oh, I accidentally opened After Effects. No, it's gonna kill everything. It's okay, it's on the other screen. I can force quit it. Quit. Oh, I can't, apparently. I'm impressed that I've still got like 200 people watching me right now and I'm just sort of talking nonsense. So thank you for sticking around. Sorry, I just had to close After Effects down. It was doing a thing. Right, I'm gonna F6 that and F6 it again. So I'm gonna have to transition this to looking up. And we'll just move the... Oh, I should have just moved the eyebrows up a bit in anticipation. Cheap anticipation, but still better than nothing. Okay, so eyes are going to go up. So I'm not going to do anticipation on the eye because I don't think they would, but I'm just going to have it sort of slide up a little bit like that. I'm glad you guys think it's cozy. That's nice. Is this software difficult to use? If you're coming to it without having any prior knowledge of it, then yes. It's I have cheated on... Oh, sorry, somebody said I have cheated on Mass Effect. I have been playing a lot of Red Dead. Original Red Dead, well, not Red Dead Revolver, but Red Dead Redemption. One of my favorite games of all time, and kind of it ties with Mass Effect. It inspired me to get into the animation industry in the first place, and it's pretty magical. So it was revolutionary, and New Red Dead is as well. Although I don't think it's completely removed from criticism. There are some things that I've enjoyed it for the most part, but there are some problems with it that I've found, and they're not bugs. It's just the way it works with the moral code and stuff. How much does Adobe cost? It's about 50... I was paying £50 a month, but recently in a Black Friday deal, I called them up and I was saying, hey, I've been a customer with you for such a long time. Could you drop the price for me rather than me just make a new account? And they were just like, yeah, sure. So now I pay £30 a month, which is nice. Okay, I gotta rub my mouth out. I am expressionless. So mouth is gonna only move ever so slightly this way. I'm not too happy with the animation on this, but I don't have time to be picky. So we'll say, like, what I was thinking of doing maybe in future is, because my big problem with doing stuff like this is that I feel like I can't show off to you what I can really achieve with what I do, because I do proper animation in work, and I can't do it with this kind of stuff. But maybe if I did a really cool intro, or I was thinking of like animating some like Shane Dawson, like just talking about stuff because he's just like such an animated person, then I could actually show off what I can actually what I could actually do, you know. Right, let's just have a look at that. It's okay. I feel like it needs an ease on the end. Can you see what I mean? It just, like, compared to this one, when it stops, it feels cohesive. It just got that one frame on the end that makes it seem like it all blends together. But you can see where I've only to put 3 frames on this. It's just a bit more abrupt. See how it just ends? So I am going to indulge in an extra frame. We're just going to extend. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That needs to extend outwards. F6 that and F5 it. Okay. Let's get rid of my mouth because I'm going to have to redraw that. And just get rid of these bits. Oh yeah, so hydrate. Is that because of my my Instagram story? It's true, like I've only drank a litre of water today and I need to drink more. I swear like 70% of my body liquid is tea. But yeah, about Red Dead, what irritates me with Red Dead is that you're forced into missions, like you have this moral code, so you can be a bad guy or a good guy, but I really want my Arthur Morgan to be purely good and him be kind, and I don't like how it forces you into missions that you would otherwise disagree with as a moral character, or at least have dialogue that suggests that you have to do it because of the gang, but it's not, I don't think it's fair, like especially we're doing missions with Micah and he just shoots up whole towns and stuff. And I feel like if you're a moral Arthur Morgan, then he should be reacting to this saying, oh, this is so wrong and I'm disgusted in you and stuff. Whilst if he was an immoral Arthur Morgan, then he should be being like, oh yeah, let's rip up this town or whatever. And that irritates me that, and there are other missions where I didn't want to kill somebody because it was completely unnecessary. It was a pathetic person that could have been left to rot on their own accord, but it would force you to kill them, and that just didn't fit in with the character that I wanted to play. So I don't know, it had this illusion of like being free-willed and stuff, and that's the only thing that's irritated me. Everything else is gorgeous. You should be a game critic. But yeah. I'm so wholesome. Am I? I don't know. But yeah, no, it doesn't affect your moral on a level, but I just, as an immersive game, I don't think that fits with the illusion of giving your character control over how moral they are. Like, at least the dialogue should be different. Like, it should register how moral you are in the scale and think, oh, this is an appropriate way for Arthur to act towards this character or whatever. Right, let's just replay this and see if it softened it up a bit. Yeah, see, so it could do with maybe an extra frame, but it works. It's just softened the end off a bit. What's my real job? Yeah, basically VizDev covers it all, but I do 2D animation, I do concept art. I'm actually looking to apply at a job for Rockstar at the moment, so that's... they've got a job going in New York that I have my eyes on, but I don't know if I'd want to relocate to New York. But somebody reached out to me from Rockstar on Twitter and was encouraging me to apply for it. So I was thinking, wow, this is like a dream company reaching out to me. Maybe I should have a look at it. Like, I'm looking forward with my channel as well, being able to also, I think I just saw something in the chat about with a spoiler. Do not spoil Red Dead for me. Please don't do that. That is not great. I'm only at chapter 3, so if you've played Rockstar North, yeah, it's in Scotland though. That's still a bit of a trip. Whoa, where's my screen gone? Oh, please don't crash. Oh, Flash, no. When did you last save? See, guys, this is Flash. Hello, this is Flash. Calling to ruin your life. What? It's making some horrible noises at me. Oh. Guys, I think we broke the system. It's all a simulation anyway, and nobody exists, so, you know. Right, this works. I feel like I've pressed something and it's freaking out. Whale then. It's one of those situations where I don't know whether to close it or to leave it. I have got a lot of tabs open, so it's making a horrible noise when I tap. I'm going to have a sip of tea like a British person and wait it out for a few seconds. Or we can just like Control Alt delete this. Let's have a look at if Flash isn't working or not. Let's have a look. Can't even see it in here. Oh, it's freaking out a little bit. Wow, I hope I haven't lost all my work, because that would be sad. It won't even save it. Oh. Let me try and grab the window from the bottom. Huh. It's opening... Right, okay. Sorry guys, this is it won't let me touch anything at the top of the menu, which is really weird. I think I've pressed something which has made the window pop out, but I can't click anything. Technical difficulties, yeah, this is true. I don't understand. Ugh, I don't know whether to close it or not. Sorry, guys. Well... Will it save? That one saves. I don't understand. It won't press the top button. It almost pressed it then. It's doing something weird. Sorry guys, technical problems here. Yum. Maybe if I... Well, we'll find out in a sec. I just tried to close it and it's not closing. So I think there is something gone wrong with it. Yeah, it's not even closing, so there's something up. Windows key and oh, I did not know that. I just minimized the chat. Whoops. Yeah, it's not even clicking on this. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, sorry, guys. I know everybody's leaving now because this is boring, but right, let's try and close it down manually. If I can find it. Okay, well, let's find out if it crashed or not. Well, I only opened this file, which is annoying. But everything is there. Let's... Oh, I bet you it hasn't saved it, and I bet I'm going to have to redo it all tomorrow. Damn. Please, 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 please. Oh, thank you. Thank you, universe. Oh, we're good. We're good. Oh my gosh. I almost died. Okay, we're back, people. Thank you for sticking through that. Oh, I was so scared I would have lost all that then. Okay. Right, we can do this. So I say about soccer. And then... Anyway, where were we with talking about stuff? Does Flash have an autosave? Not always. It is Skyrim in the background. After Effects has an autosave, but this apparently does not. Also, for whatever reason, my live thing wasn't updating, so I'm going to talk about rugby, which looks like an American football, but we call it rugby over here. So it's at that point, so I'm going to pinpoint that. Rugby does have more wrestling and no protection. You just gotta go at it. And hence this why leads into the story of how I lost a tooth. And it got embedded in my tongue and everybody was like, oh, gross. But thank you everyone for sticking with me, even though I know that must have been mildly frustrating to watch me fiddle around with this for a few minutes just to get it working again. So I do appreciate that. And thank you for supporting the channel and stuff, like you being here. You obviously care, so that's nice. How many points do I want this to have? Let's try 5. Sorry, you can't see the extra menu I'm fiddling with outside of the window here. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this base I. So, like, you can understand, like, why this takes so long, like, drawing everything. It's the way I think I get my personality across in things, but also it takes a long time. So if you see anybody complaining about why my videos take so long, you can tell them, well, I know more than you, Buster. That eye looks really weird. Let's get rid of that. Let's do it about there. Let's try that. Let's have a look. Just draw faster, duh. Ah! Oh, please undo. Okay. Thought we had a crisis again then. Crisis averted. Just gonna have my eyebrows raised like this. And again, let's do some quick in-betweens. Ooh, I did the wrong thing. Who's my favorite character in Mass Effect? Obviously Garrus, because he's so hot. Yeah, it's weird how you can... this is why I love animation, because you just... sorry, I'm just referring to the comment of the eyebrows. It's funny how much you can get away with in animation, and that's why I love it so much. Like, you can't... There are some things that you can't get away with in 3D animation, and it's just so much more fluid in 2D, and that's why I'm really sad that there's no 2D stuff going on at the moment. It is a crime against the humanities. Okay, have that going to there. Actually, I need to get rid of this frame and that frame. Okay, I'm just gonna raise that up a bit. It is getting close to midnight here, so I am going to maybe skedaddle in maybe 15 minutes. So if you have anything important to say, now's the time. If I get to see it in time, that is. Which I may not. Everybody may go crazy with the commenting now. Kingdom Hearts. I played the first one, but I didn't get to play the second one because for whatever reason my PS2 back in the day didn't have a big enough memory card and I couldn't afford to buy a new one. So yeah, it wouldn't save, so I could only play on it as much as I could get through without saving, so I never got through it. Hello, fellow Welsh person. So my eyes are going to move down a little bit. Oh, I can actually keep the mouth the same. Oh, I just realized I have done something incorrectly, but it's fine. Nobody's going to notice. I'll just copy and paste this over here. You want to move to England? Why would you want to move to England? Go to Wales. That's where I'm from. I'm kidding. I live in London at the moment, but I am Welsh, so... Would you like some sipping tea noise? Is that good enough for you? Is that what you want? So hardcore British right now. It hurts. Why are you in Target and why are you watching me live streaming in Target? Surely you need to look at where you're walking. Okay, I am going to do the weird, you can see my weird smear thing again. It's gonna look really creepy. More tea noises. Why, guys? Why? Surely it's gross. Which way are the eyebrows going? They go up. Okay, so we'll... So technically those should come down, actually, in anticipation. I hope you're appreciating me keeping my burps in, because if I was here alone, it'd be a different story. Okay, so... Alright, I need to move these down a bit. ASMR confirmed. I will be burping in my sleep. That is what will happen. Or it'll go the other way around and yeah, I don't want to think about that. Tea burping. I used to include like clips of me burping in other videos just as little like tidbits here and there, and I found it hilarious, but yeah. Okay, so I need to take those. Can you see, like, I've accidentally extended the smear frame and it looks weird? Like, it looks like it's slow motion. So if I take 2 of those frames out, then it's fine. Tips on starting a YouTube channel. Try to do something as unique as you can, because if there's somebody that's popular doing what you think you'd like to do already, well, you're not going to get popular by copying them. So, like, even though I think what draws people to... Jake from the State Farm, see ya, guys. See ya, thank you for joining on stream. People aren't going to watch copycat stuff. You've got to find your own feet. And even though I think the strong point of my videos is obviously the drawing skill I have and, you know, the knowledge I have, I think it's more so the personal, heartfelt stories, and, you know, I try to be as authentic as I can. And I also really, the main driving point of my channel is that I want to help people, whether that's feeling more confident about yourself or, you know, knowing that it's okay, that, you know, you might have had a bad upbringing, but you can work things out. You may have not had friends, but that's okay because you just haven't found your people yet. Stuff like this. I want to make people, I want to be the person that I would like to have spoken to as a kid or a teen, the kind of person that would have been there for me. I want to do that for the people of the internet, because, you know, that didn't happen for me. But if I had better access to things when I was growing up, then I might have not have been as unhappy, you know, which would be nice. Oh, did I just erase that frame? I did. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's just copy that over there. I meant to make a keyframe there. There we go. Fighting the good fight, yeah. I mean, I'm trying. I'm not always a good person. Like, I'm very, you know, I contradict some things, but, you know, overall, I think all we can do is try to be as good of a person as we can, you know? And we're constantly learning to do better. And, I think I still will be throughout my life, but I'm just discovering more and more things that I want to improve about myself, or put positive things out into the world. And I mean, some of my videos are going to be negative in the aspect that I'm talking about stuff that's quite sad, but it hopefully will make people feel like they aren't alone, because I wish I could have known people were going through the same thing as me when I was growing up, because it was not fun. Yeah, exactly. As what you're saying in the chat, you've got to try and be as good as you can, and also just think about how other people feel. Would you like, at the end of the day, like, would you like to be treated like that? Probably not. All right, let's draw this. Let's have a look. Cool. It's looking good. So what I'm gonna do, I can't do this afterwards now because I haven't combined these layers. So what I would have done if I'd put the eye layer in the head layer, I would have like moved my head about a little bit, but I don't know if I can be bothered to now. So we're just gonna do this rugby ball. Don't forget to save. It's got an autosave on like every hour, I think. But yeah, you're right. I should be saving. Thank you for reminding me. You guys are doing me a solid. Okay, right. Balls. Of course it's a rugby ball. Yes, it is. Although it looks like an American football from the stitching right now, which I realise rugby balls don't have. So I'm going to have to get reference for... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a Cymru thing on it because I'm Welsh. We're going to colour that in green because why not? So I like to try and keep my colour palette to pink and mint just because it's a little bit more graphic designy. But, I'm going to... Oh, somebody remembered... Oh, I like how you guys are actually listening and paying attention. Like, I know it sounds weird, but I don't expect people to actually care. But yeah, thank you for the best wishes for the Rockstar job. I would die if I got that in the best way. Like, die and go to heaven kind of die. That would be nice. But, yeah, apparently Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption, it has Welsh ancestry, so that's cool. So maybe I could rock up and say, hey, Arthur Morgan was Welsh, so I am too, so you should give me a job? Question? Driving on the left side of the road is the right way to go. See, I always think when people say driving on the right side of the road, and I think they're saying like passive aggressively that it's right as in correct. But it's actually, no, they're just saying it's that side of the road. It's just, oh. Like, we drive on the right side of the road, as opposed to we drive on the right side of the road. Like, literally the right side, not the correct side. I'm going to grab the hair color I have, and I'm going to write Cymru. If anybody's Welsh, you'll know. Morgan, you're still here. I thought you needed to go. Unless that was a different Morgan, which I don't think it is. Didn't you need to go to bed or school or something? Okay, right. I'm going to group that And we're gonna add animation to this again. So at the point where I look down at it, I'm gonna get rid of those frames. So that's gonna pop in. So gonna make a keyframe here. Classic tween. Let's rotate this a little bit and bring the size down. So like the football example earlier, that's horrible. This kind of like perfectly spaced out animation is awful. You very, very, very rarely use it like that. So always make sure if you're tweening something that you set an ease, at least an ease in and out on it. If not, if you've got other options, great, or you can manually do it. It's gonna ease out, and we're gonna do an elastic again, so it bounces. There we go. So look up, that's fine. I should probably blink at some point, actually, I've realized. It's gonna look like my eyes are getting dry and crusty otherwise. Someday she'll sleep. I will, someday. Big animation pet peeves. Not so much I've noticed in industry, because I mean it's consistently pretty good, but I can, for people that start animating on YouTube thinking animation is just moving stuff when they don't know the principles, I think that's the main problem, is people not understanding the principles of animation, like timing, spacing, anticipation. So I can show you a perfect example of that right now. Let's do that. So if you want an object to move, so I'm going to make some keyframes here. So let's do, whoops, F6, 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 F6. Hang on, bear with me. I'm going to show you an example of why spacing matters. So I'm going to just draw a circle up here. Let's just make it a ball, and it's got a little shiny mark on it. So if this moves, let me make another layer. I'll show you exactly what I mean for why you should think about spacing and timing and anticipation. So I should do a tutorial on this. This would be really good. So let's say we've got a, this ball has got to get to here, right? Okay. So these are the principles of animation. So in frames, each frame you move the ball a little bit. That's not very even. Way to go, Amy. That's a bit better. So you can imagine, let's copy, paste that. So if you move the ball perfectly, bear with me, this will make sense. So we're going to move it. This is perfectly spaced. So this is the main error people make with animation, is that when they move stuff, they just do everything spaced out the same distance. And I will show you why that doesn't look good. You would use this kind of motion for some things, but most of the time not. So here you go. This is one to save and like look up the principles of animation if this is confusing to you, because this is so important if you need to be animating stuff. So let's play this back. So right, see how that, I'm gonna put this on loop. See how that just looks like it's moving, but it's not, it doesn't look good. So let's change this. Let me make another layer. I'm gonna put that off. We'll put it on. There we go. So I'm gonna redraw. I'm just gonna show you how. So how many how many stages it's got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's got 8 steps in it. Okay, so instead, I'm gonna draw the exact same thing. Whoops, hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's pretty much the same length. Okay, there's that little bit at the end, but you know, it's the same number of steps. Okay, so that was the original one. I'll just duplicate that layer. And we'll turn this layer off. So when I go to animate this one now, so see where that step would have been. Let's take it back. So I'm going to turn the onion skin on just so I know where it's moving. Oh, why is that up so high? Okay. So I'm just going to move these in line with where it's... That one should be moved over a little bit, actually. It should be about there. I made a mistake, but that's okay. Right, so to refresh you, let's take that off, turn that off. So that was the original one. Like, look, that doesn't look very appealing. So this is the new one. See how it just like flows better? You know what I mean? It just looks more swishy. It's more sleek. It looks more fun than just like evenly spacing out everything. So yeah, that's the So there's a way to do that with Flash without so I'm gonna delete those layers because I don't need them. Or we could do, let me delete those. I should do a tutorial on like tips and tricks. But there's another way you could go about it, which is, for example, oh, what did I do? Why? So like the smear frame I was doing earlier, let's say we're going to add anticipation to this. So it moves back a little bit. Add another frame. It goes forwards. Add another frame. Gonna extend it. So this is another fun thing to do, is to really exaggerate shapes, and you'll see people do this in like smearing frames. So let's say that goes there. And it's gonna come to a standstill like this. So let me show you this one. So this is another fun bouncy animation. So see, look how that moves. Look how amazing that looks in such a short space of time. Like, this is what makes animation good. When you know what you're doing. And I mean, I am getting sidetracked, but I want to show you why these kind of principles are important. Because this is, you can tell who knows their stuff when you watch other people's animated videos. And I don't even call my videos animated because they're barely animated. I just call them illustrated stories. This is what you need to be looking for. You know, if, like, not that, but yeah, so yeah, now you understand why, what's, you know, when somebody knows what they're doing with animation, that's what it looks like, you know? And that didn't take me very long, but that's because I've trained in it and I know kind of what I'm doing. I'm still learning loads, but, you know. Okay, right, I can delete those layers now. Back to the story. I understand nothing. Yeah, you've missed a lot. But hopefully you can rewatch the stream. Don't delete the moving ball. Well, when you guys, when this video comes out, oh, Morgan, what are you doing here? You should be sleeping. But, yes, so, like, at least you understand, yeah. Would I do a collaboration with anybody? Only if they had something extremely important to contribute to a topic. So, I am not interested in doing collabs with people just to get a name in my video. I'd only want to collab if somebody knew a particular subject really well. For example, I know Pantsless Pajamas had emotional issues with her dad. Illymation had issues with her awful ex-boyfriend. These, you know, if we were talking about maybe we could do a talk about emotional abuse, and I could talk about my mum, Pantsless Pajamas could talk about her dad, Illy talk about her boyfriend. That kind of all fits in, and it's useful for anybody listening under a certain topic. I wouldn't be interested in just being like, oh, hey, here's The Odd Ones Out featured in my video, and he says one line, and then that's it. That's not a collaboration. That's just, you know, that's just getting views based on a person being in a video. It doesn't actually contribute to it that much, so... Sorry, I've talked a lot tonight. I usually sit in silence all day. Oh, that is a weird flash. So over here is a beautiful illustration of, sometimes I draw rubbish, and I understand what it is, but other people don't, so... Leave the red ball in. I deleted the red ball now, but you guys will know that it's there. So, well, you guys were here when I was making the video, so you know where it's at. Odd Ones Out being a cameo is kind of, but he's fun as a cameo, as a nod to like this whole storytelling thing, but I don't like it when people are like, this one features blah blah blah, when they don't actually contribute to the video very much. I mean, it's not like it annoys me, I don't care, like, but it's just something that I think yeah, sure, like they can do that, but that's not something I would want to do with my videos. Like, I don't want to, my whole channel is based on I want to build it up myself. I want it to be you know, because I've worked hard at it, that it's done well, and not because, oh, hey, The Odd Ones Out, like, tweeted about you, or, like, I don't know. Like, I worked on his mashup thing, and that was fun, and I got to show you the animation I did on it, but it wasn't, like, that was never going to bring in new people, really, and that's not what it was ever meant to be. It was just like, hey, I worked on this for some other people. But there we go. So which point, let me just hide this. So it's at that point, okay. Amy needs one of those funny bargaining voices. What does a bargaining voice sound like? I really think you should work with me. Gosh darn it, I love it when people collaborate. Commercial voices, like... Let me think. Are you tired of your video not getting enough views? Well, it's time for you to collaborate with somebody that's got way more viewers than you. Doesn't that sound like a great idea? Is that what you wanted? Amy should sound like Phil Swift. I don't even know who that is, but... I actually do like pretty good accents on things, so maybe that's something I should look into. I especially like doing Dolores from Westworld. She's got such a soft southern accent that I do adore it. I can't do a Manchester accent, unfortunately. I'm not very good at northern ones. Even though one of my best friends is from Stoke, so. Can you please say I sawed this both? I sawed this boat in half? Do you speak Spanish? I do not. I am from Swansea. Swansea people sound like this. It's got a very sing-song voice. They sound very Welsh. That's what Welsh people sound like. So my friends at school, they all talk like this, really. You roll your R's. I'm not doing any work, guys. I'm just talking to you guys. Sounds like Swedish. I mean, I watched so many cartoons when I was younger that I'm not too bad, I don't think, at doing an American accent. I mean, do I sound weird? A lot of people ask me if I'm Canadian sometimes. Like, I get an American twang every so often. What's Cymru? Cymru is Wales. Australian accents just go up at the end. Everything's a question. At least I think it is. I low-key sound Canadian. That's cool. I'd love to live in Canada. Canada seems like such a nice place. I'm gonna watch this back in the morning and think, I was at a weird place last night when I was recording that stream. Sorry, I zoned out for a second there. Please say that's a lot. In what accent? Like, that's a lot. Or, that's a lot. Go home, you're drunk. I am. I used to do a lot of Tracer voices, like, did you ever get that feeling of deja vu? Tracer. So lame. Yeah, I can't remember what I was doing. Man, this is, can I do a posh English accent? Is this not posh enough for you? What would you like me to say in a very posh accent? This is very nostalgic of The Good Place's, I can't remember what her name is, but the posh one. Get a monocle. I will. I will. No Tracer. I'm trying to think of the other characters in Overwatch that I can half do. This started a blizzard. That was not good. Let's not talk about that one. Trace is okay though. Please say for all the prawns in an Aussie voice. For all the prawns? Winston, why would you ask me to do Winston? Is this thing on? I built a chrono accelerator. I'm sure I can do this. To all the agents from Overwatch, this is Winston. Haha. Maybe if Winston was a child. I'm trying to think of the lines of the characters. What does Diva say? Typey type. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh god, there's so many questions.
Nerf this. I play to win.
I'm not doing a Ryan Hart voice. I'll wake up my housemates, obviously, and also you know that that would not sound right because I am a lady. It's high noon. Oh wait, let's get a Reaper in there. Can't even remember Reapers. I used to main Reaper as well. I say main as if I actually play properly. I don't. I'm getting so distracted. I need to draw this now. Right. I have no idea who Phil Swift is. Oh, Reaper is really hot. I've got a thing for edgy though. I need to switch this to 4. There we go. Oh, Widowmaker is very French. Can you say, that's a lot of damage, in a low voice very enthusiastically? That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage? That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I'm done now. God. Yeah, you guys are like destroying me right now, so thanks for that. You see my true colors. I am a very weird person, and I'm 110% okay with that. Oh, I love the fact that Jennifer Hale is Ash, because, you know, I just hear Shepherd every time. Bob, do something. Right, I'm gonna have to go in like a minute. So, does anybody have any last requests before I end the stream? Also, I wanted to thank you all for being here. What's the video I'm animating? It's a story about how I struggled with friendships as a growing up, and how this one particular friendship, or lack thereof, affected me later on by making me really nervous about making friends. So when will this be out? I'm trying to get it out in the next 10 days, but it might not be that soon. I'd like to hope that it was, so. Oh, I'm sorry. Jum. I will announce some more streams in future. Like, guys, also, like, if you're not, like, I know it's, like, annoying to ask you to follow me, but, like, if you do, like, genuinely want to keep up with what I'm doing, I quite often I post really dumb stories on Instagram. You'll enjoy them. And I post on Twitter. Those are the main two. Like, if you actually want to keep up with me, then I update those pretty regularly. But if you don't, then that's absolutely fine. Thank you still for supporting me on this channel. Replace Bob Ross. He can never be replaced. He is infinite. But yeah, thank you for the support of it being like quality over quantity. I completely agree, but at the same time, it does need to come out soon. Yes, I will be at VidCon London. I'll also be at VidCon LA. So you've got that to look forward to. What's my Instagram? It's the same. It's AmyRightMeow. Do a Bob Ross voice. Oh, and we're gonna paint some happy little bushes. And these clouds they're just blowing by, and they're happy little clouds, and it's a happy little lake. But thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. But who is Bob Ross? You need to do yourself an educate. Hello world. I just did a Bob Ross voice. Yeah, so I'm zoning out now. Thank you. I will let you know when I'm streaming again, and we can continue this chat, and that would be nice. Maybe I'll set up a Discord in the future and have some people on to chat with me. I don't know, but I like being able to pay attention to you guys, so AmyRightMeow, that would be a really good channel. But yeah, also, sorry to shameless plug, let me just drop you the link to my new, hang on a sec, a solid second. Right, yeah. Hang on a sec. I'm sorry. Here we go. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so that is my second channel. It's my art channel. I have videos on that I'm trying to get it out twice a week, but at least once a week, I get art videos out. So I'd love for you to be able to like suggest me things to draw on Twitter and stuff. And it just keeps my art stuff separate from the animation stuff, because I know everybody's here to watch my illustrated stories rather than the art stuff. But if you do want to support me further, then there's that channel. But thank you very much for everybody that's subscribed and supported me from the start. I am so, so grateful. Like I said, I wouldn't be where I am without you guys. So I'm really thankful. And yeah. I'm blushing so hard right now, you can't even see. Thank you so much. And I'll hit me up on Twitter or Instagram or the other channel or this channel, whatever floats your goat. And I'll see you in the future. Okay. Bye-bye. Love you guys.